Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Deepti and in today's video we are exploring the land of fire and ice.
Iceland.
Well, Iceland is a place where you can enjoy nature in abundance, and it is definitely a place where you'd feel like what a minuscule of a person you are in this wide world. Iceland has so much to offer, right from glaciers to waterfalls to hot springs to geothermal areas, volcanic areas, that I almost felt like I didn't do justice to Iceland by spending only 6 days in the island. However, if you are planning to visit Iceland any time of the year, then this is the itinerary for you. So let's start exploring Iceland and enjoy the beauty of this mesmerizing place. So our trip began with a flight from London Luton Airport to Keflavik Airport, which is Iceland's international airport. After our arrival and wrapping up the basic formalities, we did 3 things. Number 1, we took out some money from ATM which we had already converted from pounds to kronas. Secondly, we shopped liquor at Iceland's duty-free area. As liquor is taxed heavily in Iceland, duty-free is considered to be one of the most economical options. Lastly, we went to pick up the 4-wheel drive we had booked through booking.com from this vendor called as Thrifty. With super quick car rental, onboarding, and the grace of good road and weather condition, we embarked on our journey to Reykjavik, which was going to be our base location for the next 2 days. For the first 2 nights, we stayed at Bolholt apartment, which was quite near to Reykjavik downtown, approximately 5 minutes by drive and 15-20 minutes by walk. The smooth check-in at Bolholt allowed us to grab a quick meal at the nearby restaurant before we could head for the Northern Lights tour we had booked prior to our arrival in Reykjavik. Alright friends, so now we are heading for the Northern Lights tour. We have booked this tour through Arctic Adventures, and they are going to pick us up from the hotel, which is near our apartment. So we are walking towards that hotel. So for Northern Lights tour, our tour guide from Get Your Guide took us to this place called as Mosfellsbær. Initially the lights were feeble, but soon after we could witness a strong aurora effect. Standing in the snow, drinking hot cocoa with Icelandic fudge, we contemplated Arctic lights. Throughout the night we were like, my god, how did we end up being so lucky? Especially to have witnessed Northern Lights on day 1 of our trip. Later on, our tour guide clicked our photographs to make it picture perfect moment. It was such a magical experience, definitely one we'd hold on to forever. How do you feel, Day 2 began on a high note from the previous night, but soon our excitement turned into terror as we faced our first snow blizzard. This is something we had only seen in the movies or read in the blogs. With limited visibility and strong gusts, it felt impossible to cruise the vehicle forward. If you are planning to visit Iceland in winter, I'd suggest you to keep an eye on weather.is and road.is so that you are well prepared in advance. Fortunately, in a few minutes the weather turned in our favor and the flaky storm calmed down. After this petrifying initial patch, the rest of the journey seemed quite easy, and we finally reached our first stop of the day, Kerrit Crater. Kerrit Crater is a volcanic crater lake formed through explosive volcanic activity approximately 6,000 to 9,000 years ago. It was so windy out there that I didn't feel like standing around the crater. The wind gusts were so strong and the snow was so icy that with every single step I thanked the person who had worked on the crater fencing. Sadly, I forgot my crampons in the car, but if you are traveling to Iceland in winter, then I would highly recommend you to carry it. Next, we headed for a spa break at Secret Lagoon, which is Iceland's oldest swimming pool, surrounded by geothermal activity, including a small geyser that erupts periodically. Unlike other hot springs, the Secret Lagoon is kept very natural, with no artificial jets or excessive modifications, allowing visitors to experience a genuine Icelandic geothermal pool surrounded by bubbling hot water. We had such a good time at the pool that we completely lost track of time. 3 hours later, after the warm bath, we headed to Gullfoss, which means Golden Fall in Icelandic. It is a double cascading waterfall and one of Iceland's gems of beauty. This stunning icy winter wonderland with parts of cascading water frozen into ice formations was the highlight of our day. There was also a restaurant near the waterfall and a souvenir shop, so this was a perfect stop for us to eat and chill. Our final stop of the Golden Circle was Geyser. Geyser is a geothermal area in Iceland from where our domesticated geysers name originated. The Great Geyser is now mostly dormant, but there's Tokur, another geyser in the area that erupts every 5 to 10 minutes. We were so amused by Stokur that we saw the geyser eruption a couple of times, every single time, water erupting to a different height. As we were chasing sunlight because we had traveled to Iceland in the month of February, it was quite late for us to visit Thingvellir National Park, and hence we decided to skip it, keeping it for the last leg of our trip. To wrap up this action-packed day and to fulfill our hungry souls, we went to Cole's Kitchen, where I tried a 4-course Icelandic meal, which was nothing but delicious. This is a restaurant I'll highly recommend to anyone visiting Reykjavik. And on that note comes the end of day 2 of our journey. Hope you liked the video. If yes, then hit like, comment in the comment section and subscribe to my channel.